All right, we are live. We're live. Welcome to the Jim of All Trades channel. I just got back. Sorry about that. Just got back from a trip with my family and took yesterday off, and we're back at it today. We'll see what the market's doing. I'll see if I can give you any perspective. So let me know when you're in. No, we'll get going. I'll wait for a couple of people to get in, and we'll get rocking. I'll start the analysis on Bitcoin and tell you where I think. At least what I'm looking at. Hey there. How's it going, Eric? Hey, Shusane, how's it going? Hope I'm saying that right. Hey, Jana. All right. Audio and video good? Give me a... just let me know. Audio and video is good. Hey, Joseph. Hey, Meyer. Buddy, how's it going, man? Leo. Alois. What's up? I need some sleep. I did sleep. I slept all day today. All right, guys. There's 29 of you popped in, so let's see what's going on. Sorry I missed yesterday. I think it's the first video I missed in a while. So, what's up, Elias? Jim TV. I hope it's a good program for you. Let's talk about what's going on here. As far as I'm concerned, the way I'm looking at this, the last stand here for a down move from where we are without going up any higher, guys, is this running triangle. If this running triangle doesn't stand, then we're going to have to go back and look at this as more of just a WXY. Still think all of this is corrective. I still think we're going down lower. We're not going to the moon quite yet, but we may have some bullish move that's coming higher. So I've got this trend line here drawn from the top of this peak to the top of that peak, carried over, and we've already touched it. Okay, and we can wick through it, but I really don't want to see any more than a wick beyond it, to be honest with you. Excuse me. So, yeah, I really don't want to see much more than a wick beyond this trend line. If we get something beyond that, then chances are we're going to be going up to higher targets. Now, 7,800 is my first target. Then I'd like to see 8,200 and then 8,500. So those would be my upper targets here for the upside if we go up. Now, guys, we don't have to go up. We could go down from here. We'll have to wait and see what the market does. While the market is pumping and holding price, it's not moving up very impulsively, if you'll notice. I mean, we get little movements of price here and there, but the impulsive nature of this particular move isn't very, very strong, but it's steady, and it's enough to kind of keep nudging at you and keep kind of messing with your psychology a little bit. And you got to remember, guys, if market makers are going to be, or anybody is going to be selling, they need willing buyers, okay? And so the market has to appear to be going up, and it has to do it in such a way that you have to be willing to buy. And if you're willing to buy, they can sell into your buys. Now, that's why the market will do what it does and the way that it does. So anyway, understand that. Now, it doesn't mean the market's going down, definitely. It just means that you understand that that's a trick that you have to understand that the market makers do when they make the chart look like it's doing. They know what candles are being printed. They have got software that's designed to trade against you. You're not trading against humans. You're trading against software that's that understands support and resistance. You got software that understands trend lines. You got software that understands Elliott wave and all sorts of different kinds of traders, and taking that all into account. They make their moves. The software moves in such a way. It moves price and prints the candles in such a way that it keeps you, it gets you into a belief system. And so once your belief system is locked in, then you trade according to your belief system. So everybody's got a belief system, and everybody's trading according to that belief system. I have one, and so we always need to wait for confirmation and watch out for the fake outs. Okay, when you have a trend line like this, you have you're in prime region for fake out. Okay, as soon as we break that line, guys, there's going to be a bunch of people saying, "Oh, we're going to start buying right here." They actually start buying right here. I don't break out buy like that personally. What I want to see is I want to see if it breaks out, fine. I want to see a retest of that line and then a bounce off of it again. So I want to see a second bounce off of it. Once I see that, then I'd be willing to buy and trade that to the upside. But I don't buy just on the breakout. Okay, that's not necessarily the best way to do it. Now, anyway, so what we're watching here with the key line here is this trend line right here for sure. Indeed, Eric, we need an impulse to the downside, but that impulse can come at any time. You know how wicks happen. Generally, the shape of that is going to be, the shape of that is going to be, probably, if I had to guess, if it's going down, and again, I don't know that it's going down. I'm just saying as far as the last chance for this thing going down from here, okay, from this region going down, we need an impulse off of it. And so the chances are we're going to get a strong little push, might even wick up through, and then just a quick rejection off of it. That would be enough to get up here and get some short stops. They're probably shorts that are up here saying, okay, if it gets up here, I'm gonna stop my trade. And then that'll also have some buy stops where people said, well, if it gets up here, I'm going to buy. And then so there's all kinds of orders and liquidity right up in this region, most likely on that chart. And so without even having the order books and knowing where it is. So anyway, so we're watching this running triangle. This may or may not be a case against this running triangle is I just don't like the shape of this last wave right here. I don't like the shape of it at all. It doesn't look very three-wave-ish. I guess it could be three-wave-ish, but it just doesn't appear to be three-wave-ish. It could be an ABC for sure, and this is the way it could be. Let me just show you how it could be an ABC. But again, I'm just not a big fan of it, but it certainly could be an ABC. So we could have basically an A, and maybe I'm jumping the gun a little bit. Let me help you understand. This triangle needs to have three waves in every. Come on. It needs to have three waves in every move here, guys. So we need three waves here, three waves here, three waves here, three waves here. So it's looking good, all of these, but this last one, it's a little too straight up for me, but it doesn't mean anything necessarily. A lot of times it's just hard to see the three waves, but here's a way to count the three waves. We've got an A, this is B right in here, and then the C wave is an ending diagonal. A lot of people have been looking at that, looks like a diagonal, or been calling the whole thing a diagonal. I don't think the whole thing's a diagonal, but I do think we have an ending diagonal here at the top, come to think of it now. So this is a way we could have a three-wave deal. I'm trying to draw it. Let me go down to the 2 hours so get a little bit more definition on those waves, and you'll be able to see it there. Okay, and so basically we would have, to count that diagonal, we would have 1, 2, 3, 4. Could be finished with 5, or 5 might have a little bit more to come up here to break that trend line, and that's where we get it shoots out of the top of that, and then it just throws over and comes on down. That's probably what I'm projecting. I'm going to be holding on to my short. I'm underwater, guys, in my short. Hindsight's 2020. How I could have traded this a different way, but I still believe in the downside overall. The way this wave structure that I just drew, I actually like that quite a bit. So it's actually looking pretty decent interpretation of that wave right there. So I would expect then pretty soon this afternoon or this evening a candle to the downside pretty quick. That's what I'm looking for if this running triangle is going to play out. Now, it may not play out, so understand that. There's lots going on in the chat. There's 71 of you guys. I'm going to kind of ignore you for a little while, and I'm sorry about that. I'll close my short when number one, I never risk more than I'm willing to lose, guys. And so, I know you guys, lots of opinions out there, lots of trolls out, and lots of negative comments yesterday. And I'm just going to, do my best to ignore those things. I'm here just sharing my thoughts with you guys. And just, it amazes me how many unkind people there are on the internet. I'll tell you what. Anyway, so that being said, I'm still looking at this as a running triangle. If that breaks that formation, and it doesn't break this trend line to the downside right here, then I'll be looking at. So we've got this trend line right down here. I'm going to be watching that as well, and I want to see price come on down. If it doesn't break that trend line here, then I'll we'll see what happens. Now what else could it be if it's not that? And so that's what I want to let's talk about the bull case here, and it's really not a bull case, guys. This is just a more bullish look at this, and I want to talk about some things that are going to be really, really important for you guys to understand in this particular market here. That again, I'm going to kind of ignore the chat a little bit to share some information with you. Okay, I was going to do a video and just share all this, but I thought I'd do it in a live chat. I'll try to go back and see what's going on here, but please forgive me if I'm ignoring your comments here. I want to show you the bottom here of where we bottomed last here. I want to just show you the nature of that, because guys, we had a finished move that was clear and plain. Okay, we had a finished 5-wave move. It was just so clear. This count all through this. I did a count on this in another video. Another video here where this 5-wave move was it finished. Okay, it was done. We haven't really had a finished impulse to finish this thing off. What we've got going on here. You say someone might make the case, well, Jim, right here, this is a finished impulse right here. So someone might say to me, Jim, that's not true. We just had a finished impulse right there. And so if you were to interpret that thing as an impulse, you'd have to say 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 like that. Here's the problem I have with that. The main problem I have with that is this 3-wave move right there that went below the region here. We would expect this to go lower, but we didn't get a proportional 5-wave move like we got over here. This is a clear 5-wave move that you can count all 5 waves to. On the other hand, we got some kind of a 3-wave chop at the end. You say, well, Jim, that wasn't the end of the 5-wave move. Here's the end of the 5-wave move right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I would be better with that. I would be much better with that. But then you'd have to help me understand the relationship between this wave and the rest of that, which I'm just going to give that to anybody that might say that. So after that 5-wave move, if that's the end, if this is your bottom here, then what we got here is a 3-wave move up and then a 3-wave move down that broke the low, guys. When you get a 3-wave move that breaks the origin of the A wave, guys, that's an A, B, and a C. That's a flat, okay? So again, my problem with this whole scenario is right here, this wave right here making a lower low with a 3-wave move, okay? So I'm going to challenge you, Elliott wave guys. If you're going to say we're going up from here, and I don't know many Elliott wave guys saying we're going up from here, though I've got Elliott wave guys calling for higher highs, and that's a possibility we're going to talk about in a minute. But what you guys have to understand is that, again, I'm an Elliott wave trader, and so that's one of the primary ways I look at the market. And so I'm constrained by this, saying this made a lower low than that. Okay, this was a 3-wave move. That was a 3-wave move. And then I had a 5-wave move off of it. So for me, this is a flat. Okay, and so either that or the other option is we've got a running triangle, which we've already discussed, where the B leg does make a lower low than the origin of the A wave, and then everything is 3 waves, and then we head on down. And so either that's a flat right here, and then we go down from here, and what we're doing, but again, the case is narrowing here because we've actually broken this high right here. So that's a part of the issue. That's part of the problem I'm having here with a flat. I no longer am seeing it so much as a flat, and for me, the last case scenario for a bear interpretation of this is is the running triangle. There we go, like that. Okay. So anyway, so that's what I'm seeing. I'm expecting a rejection here. If we don't get the rejection, then I'm going to have to just completely reinterpret all of this. I guess it's possible we can see this as a W, X, and a Y wave, and this is going up from here like that. just don't like the fact that it broke the low, but I guess it can. But anyway, that would be a 3-wave, a 3-wave, and a 3-wave. We've got a complex WXY right there. I suppose that's a possibility there that we can play that out for sure. But here's the only problem I'm having with that is generally when you get a 3-wave and a 3-wave, you get a 5-wave after it. And we're just not getting 5 waves. It looks more like we've got 3 waves here. And so, in other words, we've got, if you get a 3-wave, oh, come on. If you get a 3-wave and then a 3-wave that breaks the low, you expect a 5-wave after it. But is this going to be the 5-wave like this? It's going to have to do that. I mean, that's proportional to the size of the wave, and I'm just not seeing that. Again, I said in a video a couple of days ago, it just doesn't make sense to me. So anyway, so still looking at that running triangle as a possibility. Okay, so that's all the stuff that's going through my mind right now from an Elliott wave. Now, talking about the bull scenario here, that this is just some kind of a WXY here. Let me just give you some targets to the upside here, so you can kind of see what I'm looking at here. You know, okay. Let's see here. The one-to-one extensions right here about $7,800. That's a good place to start. You know, we should see some resistance there about $7,800. The next area obviously is the next fib, which is 8,200, roughly 8,160. And then you've got the 1618, which is up here at the 8626 region. So those are your targets there. Go ahead and take a screenshot of that if you want. I'm just reading some of your comments here. Yes, you're saying I'm going to have to learn GAN for sure. I'd like to see that and understand GAN. I just haven't had time to mess with it up to this point. But anyway, here are the targets for the upside. Some other things that are of note, guys, is that in prior Januaries, and again, I'm not. This isn't a, you know, how do I say it? It's not heavy in my analysis, but in prior Januaries, guys, we've gotten you know, dumps, you know, that have been substantial, 20 and 30 and 40% here. Here's a January right here where we had a pump prior to it, and then it came on down. Okay, another. Again, now I look at all this from Elliott wave, so I understand it all. But again, we had a pump prior to it here. This is off the recent top, and then January the 5th right here, boom, and 6th we tanked here quite a bit over just a couple of days here. I got another one marked right here. Let me go to the log scale and just kind of show you some other Januaries that. Again, you get pumps in the first couple of days of January, and then boom. So we had the secondary pump right here, and then this is on the 6th of January. It began a move. This one happened on the 5th of January. We had a move down there as well. And all of these, I measured them earlier. They're 25 to 40 to 45% in that ballpark. And so this is pretty common, guys, to get a little bit of a pump, pump right before another dump coming. So anyway, that being said, be aware of the time frame that we're in. Pumps are likely, and all of those scenarios, the dump happened somewhere in the 7th, 8th, between the 6th and the 8th, the dump began to happen. Now, whether that happens again, market doesn't have to do that, and I don't put a lot of weight on that. It's just something to consider. Okay. All right, so anyway, for that being said, I've given you the upside targets, guys, if we continue going up from here. So what I'm doing as a trader right now is I'm watching this trend line right here. This running triangle is what I'm watching, okay, right there. And let's see, right here. And a running triangle, and this is actually something I've just recently learned about, guys, and I just hadn't studied it prior, is that, running triangles where the B leg of the triangle actually comes lower than A. Okay, and so what you've got here is an A wave, and then the B wave came lower than C, D, and E. E is finishing up. I've already given it's finishing up in an ending diagonal, which I already shared with you, and we should be getting a rejection out of there pretty soon, I would imagine. And it's going to come down impulsively, so I would imagine it's going to be tonight. It's going to be coming down. Milos Gann is another guy like Elliott who did some work on the market, and it's called Gann theory. So you can look up Gann theory in your trading view, guys. You've got a bunch of Gann tools. See if I can find them here. You've got the Gann box, a Gann square fixed, Gann fan. So you got some Gann tools right in here, guys, that you can do. All right, let me show you one other thing that I looked at here that I thought was pretty interesting, guys, and I just wanted to share it with you as well. And then I'll go to your chat and see what you guys are saying. Okay, I would ask that you just keep all of you keep your comments respectful and kind, because some people are like already I told you so. I mean, with this little move that we've had up, they're like, oh, I told you so, and everybody's kind of in the I told you so mode, and then the market's gonna reverse on them tonight, and then I'm gonna just be back tomorrow saying I told you so, and it can go back and forth like that. So just rather than saying hey I told you so, let's just say, hey, these are my ideas. Here's why I think it, and we understand that other people have different opinions here. All right, getting a little bit of a move up here past 7,600. So let me zoom in. Well, actually, before I do that, let me just show you the fib time here, right here that I was just going to show you. Fib time. Where is it? Trend-based fib time. There it is. Boom. Okay, so when we measure the time it took this wave to produce a finished product, okay, what you'll notice is that you'll notice that a lot of these pivots happened right on these fib time levels here. For instance, at the 618 at 61%, or the 618 mark. In other words, the time it took to make this bull zone, this bull run, 61.8% of that right here happened on this move right here. Okay, it's right to the tick. I mean, just boom, right on it. Oh, my battery's running low. Son, do you have let me borrow your power cord, son. My buddy's here playing on a laptop, and he's got a power cord. Let me hook it up before I die. There we go. All right, we've got power. Okay. Here at the 786, we had a pivot right here as well. Actually, I've done this more precise in that this pivot happened right on the 786. This pivot happened right on the 9 and the 0.9 or the 90%. So we've reached 100% of the time today. Today marks the time where we reached 100% of the move of the time it took the bull move to happen from December to July. Now we have from July to January. It's 100% of the move that's happened, and you'll notice there's on these fib lines, there are key pivots that happen here. And so if it was going down, we generally have a pivot to the upside, down, pivot to the upside. Now we've got a pivot to the upside. I'm guessing we're going to have a sharp move to the downside. That's a guess here. But anyway, just consider that as an interesting thing. Ayman, he calls himself Adam on his website as well, on his channel, on Crypto Elliott Wave. He does a really good job with time analysis. He introduced that to us, and so there's my beginning attempts at some time analysis here, just showing you the time here. Let's go into the 15-minute time frame here, because we just had a little bit of a pump, guys, and then what happened? We get a little bit of a rejection off of it as well. So I just wanted to see what happened in price there. I've noticed in price action, guys, we get these wicks to the upside, then we get rejections to the downside, and then we get price that eats it up again. And so I'm not going to be surprised if price. I am not surprised that price ate up this wick again. Now, whether it continues to the upside or we go down from here is anybody's guess, but we'll have to wait and see there. No, I haven't tried the Gann Fibbo levels yet. I don't know how to do it, so I would embarrass myself trying here. I would embarrass myself trying here. So, hey, thanks, Tommy DT. Appreciate it. Guys, listen. Let me explain something to you. I am not a resource for you that knows everything. I'm a learning trader, right? I've been trading for the last 3 years now, since the beginning of 2017. Actually, not 3 years, 17, 18, 19. Yeah, 3 years. All of 2017, 2018, and 2019. But really heavily studying Elliott Wave since 2018. And 19. So 2 years into Elliott Wave, and I don't know everything, and I know that there are other things to learn, and so just keep that in mind. I'm here on my channel to share what I know, and if you guys share what you know, it becomes a really, really good community for sure. I love that. And just do it in a respectful way, but and realize that everybody has something to offer here. That's why we trade together. We're not against each other. Some people are like, my idea is better than your idea, and I'm right and you're wrong. It's not about that, in my opinion. I'm just showing you the way I see it and the way I'm looking at it. And I have to be convinced otherwise, just like you have to be convinced otherwise to look at it any different. Listen, I'm the one clicking the button on my side. I'm the one clicking the button saying, okay, I'm trading this. I'm going to trade this to the downside. And so I'm putting my money where my mouth is, right? But I have to be convinced it's going up before I'll trade it the opposite way. And if I'm just not convinced, then I'll have to wait till I'm convinced. And everybody has a different threshold for their convincement there of where price is heading. And so you got to get that. And so one of the benefits of the YouTube community is that we're always showing what we think and how we and the perspective that we have. And what you should do with my channel is just always take it with a grain of salt, always test it and see how often I come out correct. And I think you're going to find I got a pretty decent track record for sure. I've missed a couple of them for sure. There's no doubt about it. I missed the pump up from October 25th. Hindsight, I should not have missed that, but I did. I put things in place since then so that I'm not missing it. Joseph Douglas, man, thank you for that. Thanks for that gift, buddy. I appreciate it, man. That really, really kind of you. So anyway, just realize that let's all just make sure that we're I would appreciate the comments from day-to-day videos. If you disagree, it's really cool. Just share it with a kindness about you that doesn't just come and troll a channel. It's just really frustrating, and it doesn't leave me. And there's only a couple of them, and I generally do ignore them, and they don't bother me a whole lot, really, to be honest with you. But I don't know. I just would like to just be a decent humanity as we trade together rather than try to pitch our ideas against each other. Let's just put our heads together, and this is what we're seeing. This is why we're seeing it. So let's see. Are you thinking a Telegram chat group to discuss about Elliott Wave? I have a Telegram chat group that if you join the Patreon, you're welcome to join. We discuss Elliott Wave all the time. And we also have Forex has been phenomenal. I had a little $500 trade on the euro dollar this morning, and Forex has been great. I make a $400 to $500 trade on the Forex every day. So the Bitcoin market sucks, in my opinion. I hate it because it moves when you don't expect it to. You don't know where it's going or what it's doing half the time, and Forex, you get your 20 pips, your 30 pips, and you're out of there. So I love the Forex a lot better. I'm going to be adding the Forex to my to the channel here this year. I'm going to be adding it this week or next week. Actually, we're going to start doing some videos on Forex, and I think some of you that are frustrated with the Bitcoin market, you might enjoy the Forex market. It's a little bit more actually predictable, in my opinion. It's more understandable around bank hours as well, and so you're not watching charts all day long. So yeah, but yeah, check out if you're interested, guys. Now I'm not here to plug my Telegram group, but it's there, so you know about it. Just click down on the Patreon link in the description of this video, and you can join up. I do this trading, and I do the YouTube to support my family, as I'm a pastor here in Maryville, Missouri, and I'm sharing. I'm here, sharing the gospel of Christ, and so I do this just to augment the salary that I make as a contractor, so I can pastor here for free without any kind of we don't take any money as a pastor. So anyway, I have to do other things, and so that's what this is, and that's why the Telegram group isn't free. You're just supporting me and my family as I support you guys as you trade. So anyway, you might enjoy Get Wrecked. You might enjoy the Forex for sure. And so I do have and we just created, as part of the Telegram group, a Forex group. If you guys who are already in the Telegram group, if you didn't get that link, it should be in one of the chats. If not, I'll put it up there today. But it's a new group, and we're just getting started, and so I'm going to be teaching about Forex, how to get started in it, and what to think about, how to think about trading. And it is a different market to trade, so but lots of fun anyway. Definitely Forex is coming, and it's going to become a heavy part of this channel for sure. So, all right, let's see. Yeah, Milos, for sure. I will be sharing setups for the Forex for sure. And I'm looking to go full time with all of this, guys, in the next 2 months. I've got 2 months worth of jobs to do as a contractor, and then I'm going to become a full-time trader for a living. And that's what I've been trying to transition to do. And that's what the Telegram group is about, really. It's been just helping me along that process of transitioning. And so I have knowledge that people, are interested in, and I'm trying to help people, and there's just a small fee to be part of that monthly, and hopefully the money you save by I know we don't win every trade, obviously, but we also stay out of losses, and so one of the things is protecting people from loss as well in that group, and not making irrational decisions and FOMO decisions, and so that's a big benefit of the group. Learning good psychology. So whether you make enough trading to pay for the $25 monthly subscription fee, or you just call that tuition for learning to trade, I think it's a good group and good value all the way around. What's up, High Desert Garden? How's it going, buddy? How are you doing? Sorry, I'm just chatting now, just kind of talking with y'all. So yeah, am I bullish? Not until we hit 7,800 or 7650 and we hold it. We need to hold it. If we just wick through it and come on down, then I won't be super bullish. So anyway, I didn't mean to plug I try not to plug the group. I mention it on occasion, but I'm not here to advertise it and just shill my stuff here. But there's a community of traders there that if you're interested, come on. No, I'm still in my short, guys. I'm still in my short. I'm a very patient trader. Hindsight, I should have taken profit down here. There was some divergence here. I was on a vacation with my family, and so I wasn't, I wasn't at the charts, as much as I might have been, and so there was some divergence here. So hindsight, I probably should have taken that profit. It was on the 1 hour and the 15-minute chart, and so. I guess, hindsight, I should have taken profit there and waited for a pullback, but I didn't. And so that's where we are. We're always learning. Like, how could I have traded this one better? I had opportunities to get in and get out. What should I have done? Where should my stop loss have been? But again, trading hindsight is so simple. Trading the market as it comes to you is much different, but again, I'm still pretty convinced in my count here, guys. I actually am. I know there was a person in our group, he was new to our group, who was talking about ending diagonal, and he was calling the entire thing the ending diagonal, and I wasn't seeing it, but actually I do see it ending diagonal C wave right here. So I'd like to see this finish out, this ending diagonal finish, and then once this. If it is indeed an ending diagonal, I believe it is. We got basically 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to finish 5. It might break the plane of that line up here. It may scare us, guys, and then it's going to get a rejection off of it. That's what I think. But if we don't get, if we break the plane and we don't get the rejection, but we get a retest of that line and then it bounces off of it again, guys, that's when I'm gonna go. That's when I would take a long, possibly. I feel uncomfortable taking longs there though, because after all this up movement, I'd like to see some corrective movements. But again, the upside that I'm looking to, guys, is going to be 85 to 8,600. That would be the highest I would be looking to go. So we'll have to see. Yeah, there might be another big one coming. We'll have to wait and see. Is Forex better for new traders? No. No, there's no market good for new traders, Adam. There's no substitute for learning how to trade. For learning how to trade first. Paper trading is critical. So yeah, definitely. Definitely learn to trade first, Adam, for sure. What if it spikes $1,000 in minutes? It generally doesn't do that. I mean, yes, it can, but I'm not seeing price action supporting that right now. I'm not seeing price action, but again, I'm actually watching this market. I'm sitting with my mouse ready to click the sell button or the buy button to get out of my trade anytime. So. Yeah, the most, I might I might lose this trade. We'll have to wait and see. It ain't over yet, baby. It ain't over yet. We still could get an easy rejection from here. January 10th has an eclipse. Interesting. Hey, Josh, what's up, man? For those of you who are just late, just the quick synopsis here. Those are just coming in. Got a running triangle here potentially. If we break out of that to the upside, then it's not a running triangle. It's something else. The only other option I see that it could be is a WXY to the upside. That'd be a WX and a Y to the upside. Still be looking for that upper trend line here, and $8,600 would be. 8,200 is ideal. It kind of matches with the upper trend line of what we've been doing. 78 to 82 is where I'd look first. 86 would be the highest I would see it go, personally. So those are the upper targets. But that being said, we would have to get we'd have to push through out of this. So what I'm expecting to happen, it looks like we're getting a three-wave move here. It's an ending diagonal right here at this wave. So I'm looking for one more push to the upside. I'm just reviewing, guys, for those of you. I'm looking for one more spike to the upside, probably with a hard rejection. So we're going to get a throw over here with a hard rejection. I'd like to see it come down and break that trend line pretty impulsively. So doesn't mean it's going to happen immediately, but I think it's going to happen fairly impulsively. So that's what I'm looking for. So, yeah, that's what I'm seeing there. No, I don't trade gold and silver, Milos. My exchange that I use, my broker, they don't offer leverage for gold and silver, so I'd have to change brokers, and I just haven't done it, to be honest with you. I've been with Forex.com since I started trading the Forex, and I know that there are probably better brokers out there. I just haven't taken the time to switch brokers. It's working for me. I just don't trade. I trade the major pairs. I trade the Euro USD almost daily to get 20 or 30 pips, really quick out of the market. I trade two lots usually to get 20 or 30 pips. So I'm looking for a $400 or $500 trade, and I'm out. And then I've got what I need to support my family for the day. And so daily mana. Okay, so how do I pull? She's saying I need some help. Then, yeah, Adam, we've been in this correction here, and so it hasn't been giving us any kind of long-term trades. We've been in this just choppy correction, so there's no real long-term trades, but to the south right now, but shorting. Okay, I'm not an option trader, Arsalan. I don't know anything about options. It's something I have to get in on. So, Khalid, I see your chart. I'll have to check it out in just a minute. Forex does trade pretty technically, but it trades a little differently than the way Bitcoin trades for sure. I don't know if I'm a baller, but I trade two lots, and and I make sure I keep my losses small for sure. Yeah. All right, so she's saying I need some help, man. How do I pull? I'll do it. And so you asked me to pull the Fibbo timeline to the 14K. I did. I mean, are you talking about the GAN Fibbo? While I'm waiting on your answer, she's saying I'm going to pull up Khalid's chart here. 116 of you watching. Welcome, guys. I'm glad y'all are stopping by. I appreciate it. Okay. Yeah, this chart's way too speculative for me, man. For my liking, just speculates way too much. I need to know. Yeah. I mean, I can't tell you it's not going to happen. I can't tell you it will either. So. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Elliott wave works on every time frame, but the higher time frames are more reliable for sure. All right, getting our move to the upside right now, guys. Let me take a minute and look at that for a minute, okay? Getting our spike that I mentioned we'd probably get. Thanks, Aaron, for that testimony. Appreciate it, buddy. I'm going to be trying to make it even more worth it as time progresses. Got a little bit of a divergence here on the 15-minute chart. Between here and here, we got bearish divergence there. We've got bearish divergence in this wedge formation. It's a ending diagonal. I think there's a high likelihood we see it break out to the top side here and get a throw over. We get a breakout and then just it comes back. I think there's a high likelihood for that play. Hey, Angel Tech, what's up? Time to A, B, C, and D, and E should be the same. Interesting. I have to check that out. I don't know that rule, but thanks for that. I'll mention that. I mean, I'll take a peek at that rule. Again, I've just been reading about the running triangle, so if that's a rule, thanks. All right, we're going to get a breakout here. We got a breakout of the top trend line here. Well, at least we punctured it for sure. Sorry, guys, I'm ignoring the chat. I'm just watching the chart for now.
I know. What is this? Grace? What is this? On the couch. What is what? That on the couch.
9/11, man. Why don't you just scroll on by, man? Scroll on by, my brother.
Grace, how are you innocent?
Yeah, evidently 9/11 says I'm yesterday. The 9/11 Xing Zhang, I don't know how to say your name, thinks I'm a complete joke. So welcome to the group, sir. Welcome. So I'm glad you can get a laugh. Let's see. Hussein offered a chart here. Let's check it out. All right. Yeah, I have that Fibbo time on my chart. We hit the 1-to-1 right here. Yeah. Yeah. Whoa. 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 Sorry about that. Yeah, if you'll you see these these lines right here. I don't have them shaded, but you see these lines here. Those are my fib times. She's saying I don't have them in a precise location. Let me see if I can get it more precise. Just trying the daily here. There we go. The fib time right there. Okay. There it is. There we go. I think that's about right. Anyway, the 1-to-1 is right here. We just hit it. Definitely got room to move here in the RSI here in the 1 hour. 2 hours is room to move as well. It looks like the bearish divergence that was there just got erased. It's not erased from here to here, however. We've got price moving up here while. So this is the 2 hour chart here. While it's still going down here. So there's still some bearish divergence there, widespread from peak to peak there. Yeah, if we don't get rejection here, guys, off of this pretty strongly, then I'll probably cut my personal trade if we don't get rejection here soon. I don't know, the next hour. If we don't get now, if it starts kicking up like crazy, then I'll cut it before that. But right now it's just kind of trudging up. It's not impressing me much right now, so I'm not. Price action isn't scaring me right now at all. That's when you do it, Adam. That's when you do it. It doesn't make sense, does it, to short when price is going up? But most people are jumping in long when price is going up. But that's when you do it, man. Not financial advice. Thanks, Elias. Appreciate that. SS, yeah, sorry I missed yesterday, man. I appreciate the comment on the other line. Oh, do I look stressed? I'm just tired, Arsalan. Do I look stressed? Thanks, Tom H. I see your comment there. Yeah. Yeah, I know people have been talking about the inverse head and shoulders. I'm not a big fan of the formation or the, I mean, it is what it is, but, yeah, to me it's not an inverse head and shoulders, but, if you want to call it one, it's cool. And I'm not trying to be, so there you go. My problem with this whole thing right here is the three-wave move right there. That's my whole problem. Unless the fifth wave is like hiding right in here, that would be pretty funny. I would think, Arsalan. Yeah, if we could rally the troops and everybody do the same thing at the same time, that would be awesome. I agree, Jay Lee. Much resistance. Bears are taking a nap. Yeah, I'm waiting for them to come in. They may not come in. We'll have to wait and see. But again, I'm expecting a throw over. We'll see if it starts going really fast. I've got plenty of margin to hold it if I want to. I will just have to wait and see. You guys need to do what's best for you guys for sure. I trade my account according to what I have and what my risk tolerance is. So don't just follow me blindly for sure. Jeff, I don't know what the rules are for the invalidation point of the triangle. I really don't know that for this the invalidation point for that running triangle. I don't not familiar with running triangles enough to be able to. I did some reading about it and I didn't read all the rules, but yeah, Adam, that's my number one. Not my number one tool is Elliott for sure. KZ, welcome, man. I suppose you're just excited about this, aren't you, buddy? All right, Joe, go take a nap, my brother. Thanks for the gift earlier. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's already gone beyond the C wave. Well, no, it's right at it. It's right at it right now. Can't exceed the height of A. All right. Well, let's put a line here, a line of death here for A. That would be 78.77, guys, the height of A. Got to have willing buyers if you're going to sell into them. That's my take on it. I mean, what's up, Thomas DG? What's up? Arsalan, yeah, my trading techniques. I got a trading night school every Thursday night, man. Every Thursday night, trading night school. Come join us. I thought you've been in on those. Let's have some fun on the 2-minute time frame. So we're watching. This is the invalidation point up here. I'm not going to wait that long. Yep. I hope Emma. I hope I was right with that being a ending diagonal for sure. I hope that was the right way to interpret that wave. Looks good to me. It's worth a shot. I mean, your stop is very close. I mean, it's definitely a nice risk to reward trade. It's a great place right now to short. I mean, there's no doubt about it. Not telling you what to do, not financial advice, but from a trading standpoint, I mean, you enter your short up in this region. The price, you can put your stop up here at 78.77. That's not too far away, about $200 away, but your reward is crazy big. Or you can wait for price to come on down and come on back in this region and then enter short. It's it could be a little bit less risk, but anyway, it's not a horrible area to throw in a short and just let it ride for $100 and see what happens. Sometimes that's not a horrible thing to do in this region. Let me see if I can draw the channel for you. Good. That's of that entire wave. I don't like that at all. I mean, Jay Lee, the past Januaries, every other January on this date, there's been dumps. I already should go back and look at all the dates. January 5th, 6th, and 7th. There's a dump coming, in my opinion. The dump is coming. Now, how high we go before we dump, I can't tell you that. My take is that we don't have much higher to go. It doesn't. That would be an interesting view. Interesting. I just had a thought, but I had to consider it here. Well, guys, I think I don't know that I have the energy to do a bunch of requests tonight. Let's take a peek at Litecoin. See, Litecoin's barely moving right now, and I put a lot of weight on correlation here. Litecoin looks like a 535 to me. 5, 3, 5 with an expanded flat in the middle there, and then a 5 wave, and it looks about finished. The only problem I have is with Ethereum now. Ethereum broke out of its channel today, which I was surprised at. This top trend line here, it broke out. It still doesn't, again, hasn't convinced me yet. I haven't seen any follow through yet, but this all looks corrective to me. Just a corrective bear flag structure with a throw over. That's what I'm thinking right now. All this is looking corrective to me. This could be some kind of a 5-wave move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then A, B, C running flat, and then we get another 5 like that. If that's the case, what would we expect? It's sitting at the 1-to-1 extension right now, bouncing off of it. And then Litecoin is sitting right at the edge of its trend line as well. Guys, I'll tell you what. I mean, this thing was looking so, and I'm not convinced it's bullish yet, but this thing was, just looking back at what the structure was, this was looking so bearish before something came in or somebody came in just to drive this up for sure, no doubt about it. It's just kind of a steady pump, but yeah. Sorry, Arsalan. Did I ignore you? I'm not sure how I did. Did I miss a comment? Oh, guys, I'm not depressed. I'm fine. I'm tired, guys. I slept half the day today. I'm just pretty exhausted, my body. I don't know what the deal is. My sleep patterns suck for sure, but we just got back from a vacation with the family, and we got back at 2 a.m. yesterday morning, and just my sleep patterns have just been bad, and so I'm just kind of tired, just trying to get going, and I just can't seem to get moving. My cat, we got a cat now, and he's been sleeping on me all day. It's funny. Yeah, I use leverage here on Kraken, Todd. This 5x. Nothing. I don't do the 100x and 50x and stuff. I believe just slow and steady wins. That's what I'm looking for. Just slow and steady wins. I'm not looking to get rich in one move of the market, because you can get poor in one move. I'll take a peek at XRP. Everybody's wanting to know XRP. I looked at it earlier, and it just looks like an ABC to the upside. I mean, it's still kind of corrective here. You've got an ABC right there. If it gets past, 23, then I'll sit up and listen for a little bit. But right now, it just looks like a three-wave move, and it's finished. If it passes up here and gets up into this region, then I'll sit up and listen for an impulse. But again, even if it does that, guys, even if XRP gets up there, you got to remember it's going to come back in three waves once it's finished. So, whatever, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whenever that's finished, it'll come back and then continue. So that's when you want to be getting into the trade if it gets up in this region. So there's a very fast look at XRP. No buy zone right now for me. Not for my rule set. I just let this go. I just let that trade go, and I let it come back. Once it comes back, then I'll trade it. We are very, very overbought here in the 4-hour chart. Very overbought in XRP. 4-hour chart here for Litecoin. Still have the bearish divergence. From that peak to that peak. See, that just looks so bad right there. Just a little. It's a fake pump. It's just not. It's not buyers coming in. It's something pumping. So I'm skeptical, guys. That's where I am. That's where I am. Well, there you go. Unknown now. Very good. I mean, Brenda, that's what I mean. If it's bullish, yeah, that's exactly what I would do. I would wait. Just depends on how far that price is going up. It's pumped to 7,700. And so, I'm sitting up and taking note now that this thing is kind of gone. It's not getting the rejection that I'd like to see. So if I don't get a rejection here soon, starting to pump now. So this is where this little pump to the upside here, very fast. It either likes to come down now or it continues on. So if it doesn't come down now, then I'm going to be exiting the trade. But I want to wait and see what this does. So anyway, all right, guys, I'm going to let it go for there. Let's see, James Bond going down to, I mean, for XRP, I mean, it would be a. See, if this is just a three-wave move to the upside, guys, then it's going down for lower lows. I've still got 15 cents as a target for XRP. Okay, 15 cents as a target there. So if XRP makes a higher high and continues up here, then whenever it stops and comes back, look for 50 to 60% retrace. A 50 to 60% retrace. Yep, come on down. Yeah, if I don't get a rejection here soon, then that's going to be it. That's going to be it for me. So, all right, I'll be in the Telegram group sharing what I'm doing, but I'll be watching price pretty heavily. I need to be access to my computer here so I can trade. If I want to go long, I'll go long, but I generally don't go long in these circumstances. I just wait it out. Just wait for price to do what it's going to do and go short or whatever because this isn't my move. I didn't get this move. So I didn't trade this to the upside, and therefore I missed it. It wasn't my trade. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that psychology. And you've got to learn to be okay with that psychology as well. All right. I might stay on the line with you just for a minute and watch this rejection and see if we're going to get a follow through on this rejection, or if this is just a fake wick rejection like we've been getting. Thanks for stopping by, guys. I really appreciate it. Fibbo there. The link to the Telegram group is in the Patreon. You got to go through Patreon, guys. So you got to join up on my Patreon subscribers in order to get through the Telegram. So the Telegram group is, I put a lot of time and energy and effort into that, and it's for the purpose of supporting my family as I'm here. As a pastor of a church here, so and that I don't get a salary, I don't get any kind of money or a return from that. So anyway, so yeah, you're kind of supporting me through the Patreon there, and then it's a thank you. I send you the links to the Telegram groups as a thank you for your support. So that's the way that works. Hey, Martin, I'm glad this early hour worked for you. What time is it where you are? Dave, thank you for that. Appreciate that. Don's Mind and Aries, thank you guys. I hope it's helpful. Unknown now. Kiko, thanks, man. You have a blessed day as well. And High Desert, I didn't get a chance to interact with you a whole lot, but thanks for stopping by. I always appreciate you, man. Okay. Oh, good deal. So where are you in the world? You out in England there, Martin? Oh, my general BTC count? I'm still looking at this as a WXYXZ. I'm not sure if this triangle is valid anymore. I don't know. I'm waiting for this three-wave move to finish. Netherlands. Awesome. Thanks, Meyer. Appreciate it, man. Scottish Highlands. Cool, man. That's awesome. En France. Oh, bonjour. Bonjour, Thomas. I took French in high school and college and have forgotten all my vocabulary. I could not hold a conversation with you. 40% pump. Yeah. Well, it looks like, just again, let me just remind you of the targets here. Here's some targets for you. 8251 is possible. 8600 is the next one. Watch this trend line right here for sure. Watch that trend line for sure. That's definitely, but Yeah, the hindsight, I was up like $400 profit down here, and now I've lost that much for sure. I'm probably down about $600 on this trade. So yeah, it never feels good, but I'm okay. You lose them, but I haven't lost it yet. I haven't closed it yet. We're thinking about it for sure, but I'll let you guys know in the Telegram group when I do close it. Okay. All right. Got to run. You guys have a great night. I'll be watching this together with you, and we'll see what's going on. All right. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.